Hey, my name is Jonathan Leonardo, and today we're talking about doing what is right over doing what is easy. This is Internet Church. Hey, when pastors and church leaders gather at someone's house for edification and Bible study, what's really going on?
Justin, get off my table!
Sorry.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, no. Need a new carburetor, for sure.
Yeah, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
So one of the things we do when pastors all get together is we make Eddie do the fine work that my little shaky hands can't. I probably should stop drinking coffee, but I'm addicted. Ed,
Yo.
will you do mine too?
Oh, that's too.
Lord, let's do this too.
One of two.
Barashit, bara, Elohim, et hashamayim, et haaretz, hayata, tohu, bohu. People keep getting uncomfortable because I just try to,
No, not the neck, not the neck. You want to cover the nose,
That makes a yeah. All right, so all right, there we go. All right, now it makes more sense.
That's good.
Pretty good.
There we go.
Duck, goose. Too slow, Charlie.
How's downward dog?
How many passes does it take to change a light bulb?
Oh, 3.
You got it. Get a good grip on it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is.
So, what is the right thing to do in any given circumstance? You just saw us acting a fool, and is that really the right way to conduct some sort of gathering with church leaders and, you like that? With ministry partners? Who knows? I do know this. Ben should not be licking dipsticks, right? You shouldn't be ingesting oil. But the question still stands. What's the right thing and appropriate thing to do at any given circumstances? Even more importantly, what if doing the right thing actually costs me something? And this is one of the elements in this series that we are just kind of exploring on how to steward our influence. Last Internet Church, we talked about mastery over the mouth. Today, we want to talk about choosing what is right over what is easy. And that is another aspect of stewarding our influence for maximum effectiveness. Steward the life that we have in Christ Jesus requires mastery of the mouth and also doing the right thing over the easy thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I often fail. You know how many times I set my alarm to be up at 6 a.m. and I choose the easy thing and roll over? Well, now I have a little one, Charlie, who keeps me a little more honest in getting up early. But when it comes to this here life in Christ, we see opportunities all too often to do the right thing. And often, myself included, we might lend ourselves over to the easy thing. And yet, that's not the example that we have before us in Christ Jesus. If we actually look at Hebrews chapter 12, pull out my trusty sword, and we look at Hebrews chapter 12, it gives us a powerful descriptor of the way that Jesus moved in light of a difficult choice. So Hebrews chapter 12, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. We'll get back to that. Let us run with perseverance the race marked out before us. And why are we running? Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinful men so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. Jesus chose what was right which was to lay down his life to redeem lost sons and daughters, even when he was not feeling the desire to actually die. Remember, Jesus says, if you could take this cup from me, Father, but your will be done, not mine. So even in the face of a difficult task, he did have an easy way out, and still he chose the right thing, the difficult thing, the righteous thing for our sake. And the author of Hebrews invites us to emulate this. And I would say, my beloved, that for us to steward the life that we have, for us to steward the influence that we have, it not only calls us to have mastery over the mouth, but it also calls us to emulate Jesus in choosing what is right over what is easy, in choosing what is righteous, even when it is the more difficult option. So, in your groups, I invite you to share with one another. Have there been moments, and are you going through a moment right now where you have an option to choose the righteous thing, to choose the right thing, but you know that it is not the easy thing? I invite you to share with your groups why. Because it's important for us to recognize, as we do this thing in community, that we're not the only ones going through this, and we're not the only ones that at times feel weighed down by these decisions of we see the right thing and there's an easy off ramp. But as we gather in our groups, let us keep in mind Hebrews 12 and let us consider him who for the joy set before him chose the right thing, the righteous thing, the difficult thing, and said no to the easy thing for the sake of you and I. So in your groups, share with one another. Have you confronted that sort of fork in the road? Are you in it right now? And encourage one another in light of this life that we have and the privilege it is to actually walk in the way of Jesus, even when it isn't the easiest thing. Look forward to hearing a little bit about this on the other side.
Elohim Vayanau.
The other side, bud. It's Hebrew. The other side of the book.
Oopsies. My bad.